So sometimes I find weird things on itch.io. At least they look weird to me. I think from the perspective of the person that's making them, they're kind of an in joke, an in reference. Uh, I can only assume this is meant for a community on a Discord server, and it's like really interesting from that perspective because I love digging into communities and finding the internal memes and the in jokes and the references and learning about what they are and what's going on and things like that. And there's a lot going on here, but it's also quite an interesting game on 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 its own right. And I think that's the other reason why I wanted to show this one off because I stumbled across it and thought this is interesting. This is quite a clever idea, and it seems to be made in Twine if I recognize all this stuff right. And it's quite a well done utilization of the Twine context by someone who is not a game dev. So I don't know if they're some other kind of developer or what, but they seem to have done a very good job considering this is a self-imposed game jam and it's their first game. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot here. It's called Happy Anniversary NewTubers. Is it the NewTubers Discord? I don't know. I would love to know. I'd love to find out more about it. Um, anyway, so this is by Delulu Sky, who's also Luna Lu, Lunar Perspective in the server. So yeah, there's more evidence that this is for some kind of Discord server. I don't know what the anniversary is. Maybe the anniversary of the server. Anyway, let's jump in and have a look at the gameplay. And we will maximize the screen because it is recommended play in full screen. The goal is just to do stuff. So we have a start and we have an easier start. We have a restart button, enter the casting plane, which seems to be the do basic stuff button, inventory, which is written in quite dark text. I can't actually read that terribly well, and return to softlock save. Not quite sure what that means. Maybe we'll find out. And then, of course, the standard Twine saves and restart buttons. I don't know why we're bobs. We have a little sort of stats box over here. We're a player who is just a human. We have a reputation of 5, skill of 5, quality of 5, value of 5. Subs are 10, watch hours 50. I don't need these, just default stats. Burnout is 0, and troll turns is 0. Let's click on the easier start and see. Well, let's click on the about first. This is just the same text from the itch.io page. So I always like to see the itch.io page text actually in the game as well. So that's pretty good to see. Unfortunately, we can't see the bottom. This is the bottom of my screen and my resolution. It doesn't let me scroll down or anything here. So yeah, that doesn't help. Fortunately, Twine does have a back button, so we can get back to the menu. And let's jump in and look at the easier start. So, you're suspended. A glimmering shimmer surrounds you. That's a misspelling. Where did the world go? Who could tell? Perhaps you shouldn't have touched that weird icon on your computer, but seriously, weird glowing stuff never is a sign. And now here you are, floating in a space that might be nowhere or the cosmic loading screen of destiny. Your destiny, in fact, if you're able to reach it. You're overjoyed. I am. Yes, because like everyone else, you wanted to become a YouTube wizard. I do want to become a YouTube wizard. And the only way to do that is to enter the YouTube plane and begin the creator's journey. I feel like I've already done that a little bit, but yeah, let's see if there's any insights and wisdom here. And somehow, by some choice of yours or fate, you entered the YouTube plane. What lies ahead? You don't know, but you do know this. Every wizard must traverse the algorithm, and now it's your turn. Oh, that damned algorithm. Looking around your swirling bubble, you can't help but notice him. Notice him? Anime guy. Standing way too close, or more like floating around too close for comfort, is a lanky guy with an open notebook in hand. He looks really tired. He sighs, flips a page, and doesn't even look up as he scribbles something rather furiously. Hello, name's Skipples. I'll be your tutorial/wizard/local disappointment. Let's get you through the basics, yeah? Let him get you through the basics. So, brave adventurer, what is your name? Let's just call ourselves Fort K. Alright, but first I've got a formality to fling at your face. Do you want the tutorial? I'm legally obligated to ask. There's a checkbox and everything. I hate it too. I'm going to say there's a tutorial because let's go through it. Yeah. Let's just get this over with so I can go back to playing my game, alright? Okay. Alrighty. First trick, upload casting. This is how you get subs and watch hours. It's a fancy trick. You click the shiny button, the one over there to the left of your screen that says enter the casting plane. Yeah, that's the one. Tap it and poof. You're in a cozy little bubble only you can enter. In there you gather creative energy and fling it into the void. Very mystical, very sparkly, technically a meaningful attempt at a metaphor, but who am I? Get poetic. Very poetic. Hey, isn't this supposed to be a CYOA? Choose your own adventure. So that's the button there. Hey, you asked for the tutorial. Anyways, you could click it yourself whenever. You probably have already when I wasn't looking, but honestly, I'll just do it for you. Your stats have changed. +1 subscriber, +1 watch hour. So these are now our stats, I guess, the accurate ones. Boom, a sub and a watch hour, just like that. Look at you go, and you can cast whenever, even mid-battle, mid-conversation, whenever. Your stats have changed. +1 burnout, +1 troll. We've already lost our 1 burnout, but we have a troll. And there it is, the catch. Every cast drains a little bit of your creative spark, and sometimes casting uploads around will gather unwanted negative attention. But don't stress, we'll fix this, because unfortunately I still work here and I don't want to get fired. Oh no, let's fix that. So burnout makes you tired, trolls make you cry. Both follow you home like glitter on your boots. But you lose 1 burnout every time you decide to not just yeet another upload into the plane. And trolls, they're sticky. Sometimes they want to stay, sometimes they don't, but they always leave eventually. Skipples winks, or maybe he just blinked weird. So be choosy. Want to learn how choices work around here? Finally, choices. Wow, would you look at that? You made a choice. Actual decision making. Gold star. Your stats have changed. We didn't have the burnout, but we've lost our troll. Choices shape your path. Some are easy, but like this one. Others, well, some are not. And some are not. You're a natural. Anyway, when it comes to choices, it's okay to just pick one. Don't overthink it. Actually, give it a shot now. These choices have consequences. Apologize for something. Compliment Skipple's hat that he's not wearing. Guessing that's an in-joke. Demand a reward for your patience. Tell Skipples his name is Sus. And ask why the tutorial is taking so long. I'm going to ask why the tutorial is taking so long. Nope, not how this works. Your stats have changed. -1 reputation. Reputation's like magical street cred. People notice. Be nice and you might get help. Be spicy and, well, enjoy fewer freebies and less help down the line. I would have offered you a bottle of Erasure, but alas you weren't kind enough for it. Want to try again? Looks like you need 2 more reputation to get a bottle. So I'm going to say yes. I'm kidding. Here's the bottle. You'll find all your shiny loot in the inventory button. It'll be safe and accessible even while you're off gallivanting through the casting plane looking for fame. From there you can poke at items, see what they do, assuming you actually know that, and choose when to unleash them. But tread lightly. It's not always wise to use items you don't know. Noted. I'll use the bottle this time so you can see what I mean. Watch closely. Your stats have changed, so we're back to the zeros for everything. Subscribers erased, watch hours erased, reputation erased, burnout erased, and troll count erased. Some items are weird, some help, some hurt, some are slime, etc. But hey, I'm feeling generous, so here's another just this once. So we got another bottle of Erasure. Thanks. Is this tutorial over now? Pretty much. You can head off if you're comfy now. The Silent Meadows are full of oddities, friends, secrets, monsters, side quests, dangers. You get it. So, last chance to act. Any questions before I send you into peril? I have questions. Monsters? Less the boo kind, more the lurking kind. The more you roam and grow as a YouTuber, the more they'll sense you. Fight or flee. Always run, but there's probably something in it for you if you beat them. Get caught up in a fight with them and you might lose stats, items, or find yourself at a game over. More questions. I have questions. Secrets. They're everywhere. Some tell stories, some grant power, some rewrite everything. Effect. Secrets can unlock new tools, new endings, or entirely new people. How to find them? That's the secrets. Still curious? Dangers. Not monsters, worse. These are traps, choices, or mistakes just waiting to cost you in the Silent Meadow. Often invisible, most dangers look helpful or harmless, but remember to use your head. If it doesn't add up, it probably doesn't add up. Still breathing? Cool. One more. And friends. Real NPCs. Some people care. Some pretend well. You'll learn which is worse. Dynamic relationships. Your choices shape trust, Conversations, even who might sub to you. Still curious? I think we're through all the questions. Cool beans, we're done here. Skipples gives you his coolest finger guns. It was not cool. Go enjoy the game, yeah? And maybe don't take it too seriously. Pretty sure this whole thing was duct taped together in like 2 weeks. Honestly, the dev's allergic to everything, including a health work /life balance. Healthy work /life balance. I'll keep that in mind. So yeah, you might lose a lot. Stuff might break. There may be typos, bugs, or metaphysical inconsistencies. If that happens, yell at the dev, not me. I'm here for the unlimited Wi-Fi. Anyway, you're off to the silent meadows now. Poof time. Goodbye forever, hopefully. He throws glitter dramatically over your... Does he seriously think glitter makes people go poof like in the movies? You go poof. You poof up flat in your back in the silent meadows. There's a breeze, kind of. You feel it in your skin, but it doesn't make a sound, which is weird and unsettling and maybe a little rude. I'm ready to begin my journey. Right, and that is the intro to the game, at least as far as I understand it. I mean, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what to expect. And I'm wary to go too much further because I think this is a fun experience that might be interesting to dig into. But first of all, I'm going to click into the casting plane. You've entered the thread between worlds. Millions of ideas and sparks around you. One of these ideas is going to be your next upload. What will you summon? Quick virality, low effort, fast returns, low burnout, +1. Balanced efforts, a solid, well-rounded creation, medium burnout. Deep dive, soul-rich, brain-heavy, emotionally taxing, high burnout, +7. Alright, so the mechanic clearly here is that we're trying to balance against the burnout. I don't really like low effort attempts, so let's go with a balanced efforts. You prepare a balanced cast. Maybe it'll be about 10 to 15 minutes long, maybe longer. You apply your effort evenly but quickly. Your cast will probably do well, provided you have what it takes. Here's what your task accomplished. Watch hours gain 70. It's really good for a video. And subscribers gain 20. That's very, very good. Lock in your results. So we are burnout on 3. We have 20 subs, 70 hours, and 1 troll turn. Return to your journey. Right, so here we are in the something plane. I've already forgotten what it's called. Anyway, all around you is just endless green, ghostly mist, and the vague sense that something's out there for you. I wonder what it is. There's no map through the journey of content creation. Looks like you'll have to go where your feet take you. So, I either go where my feet says, or I follow my fate, or I'll follow my feet. Or go where my heart says. I misread that. This is bad text for this background. Where will I go? Heart, fate, or feet? It does say it's good where your feet take you, so let's just go with the feet. The moss here pulses faintly when you touch it. I do love moss. We can investigate. I'm starting to feel burnt out. If burnout reaches 12, you'll collapse over the algorithm's crushing weight. We know that. I guess, I mean, my burnout is 1, unless this is slightly ahead of what's happening. Let me investigate the moss. No, my burnout's down to 0. You stumble out of the mist and immediately smack into vibes. Bright blue LEDs pulse from half-collapsed booths. Render cues whisper eldritch secrets. Someone's bartering with a goose and sunglasses. Welcome to Here to Work, the roaming editor market. Do you dare step inside? That's pretty scary. But obviously I'm going to step inside. You peer through the digital fog of motion blur and mouse clicks, where edit timelines ripple like mirages, and someone is definitely arguing with a PNG. I mean, we've all been there. 3 stalls call out to you. A glowing kiosk plastered with memes, a busy booth dedicated to quiet suffering, a folding table manned by a rabbit. They're typing, so I suppose, yes, they are a rabbit editor. Huh. Approach the suspiciously suspicious stall. Approach the busy pro. Approach the rabbit. Leave the market. Let's go with the middle. Let's talk to the pro. You sidestep a duo of aggressively coordinated TikTok dancers and head towards a booth that practically hums with focus. The sign above reads clarity and cuts, and the vibes are so sharp they might actually void your warranty. A woman in a black turtleneck sits behind a double monitor battle station. Noise-cancelling headphones hug her skull like a mission-critical attachment. I've got the headphones, but I would love a second monitor. She doesn't glance up. She's in the zone. No, she is the zone. You're pretty sure she just scrubbed a timeline using sheer willpower. Without breaking rhythm, she mutters. Booked solid, 3 docuseries, 4 shorts packages, and 1 breakdown of YouTube's parasocial paradox. Why are you here? What do you want to ask? What's your rate? Are you busy? Again, no, we don't want to do that. Can I see a portfolio? What's your editing style like? How do you work with clients? Offer a tester video. That's risky, apparently. Pick this editor. Go back to market overview. Well, let's find out what the rate is. She flicks her eyes towards you just long enough to scan your soul, then snaps back to her monitor. I charge by value, not runtime. Expect $400 plus per long form, $100 plus per short, strategy consulting extra. She casually gestures at a handwritten sign taped under her desk. It reads, no free revisions for vague direction. Yes, I read vibes. It's unclear if that last line is a flex or a threat. I don't quite understand that, but alright. I've never actually tried an editor. I'm nowhere near that level, so this is a fascinating mystery for me. But yeah, I'm going back to the market. We've got an idea. Let's have a look at the rabbit. A small crowd gathers around a folding table covered in dandelions and USB drives. Behind it sits a rabbit in a tiny vest labeled Hoppy. The booth is titled Hop in Edits. Hoppy bonks a paw against a tiny keyboard and gives you a slow, knowing nod. He doesn't speak, but a tablet screen blinks with cheerful text. Hi, I'm Hoppy. I edit with Heart, Ears, and Adobe Premiere. Want to chat? What do you want to ask? Well, let's see what his rate is. Hoppy's ears wiggle. Oh, rates. I usually do 50 to 150 for shorts and 200 to 300 for long form. If you're broke but cool, we can talk. Okay. I really like bartering too. Like if you teach me thumbnails, I'll go feral in your edits. That's startlingly reasonable. Can I see your portfolio? Opens a Google Drive titled Hoppy Edits Final 4. Inside, a kinetic meme-dense cut of a podcast, a dreamy lo-fi montage with layered visuals, a chaotic meme edit with hypercut subtitles and layers everywhere. It's a little messy, but so am I. If you want tidy, you might want Busy Pro. He grins sheepishly. Are you busy? There's like 12 blinking Discord notifications. Oh, I'm technically busy, but emotionally available. He shrugs. If you're chill and the idea's fun, I'll probably drop everything to do it anyway. Is that bad? Maybe don't tell my other clients. I mean, as much as I like clean edits, Hoppy sounds like a lot of fun. Let's check out the meme world. A hovering screen bursts to life in front of you, spitting out confetti gifs and aggressively animated Comic Sans headlines. A looped highlight reel blares in 480p glory, bass-boosted TikToks, jump cuts on jump cuts, 5 different watermarks fighting for dominance. From somewhere inside the static, a robotic voice yells, Edit Express ZTM. Yo, 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 welcome to Edit Express ZTM Premiere Cuts at totally not sus prices. Your content equals our canvas. Unless it's ugly, then no promises. In the corner, a sticker flashes like it's trying to hypnotize you. Limited time vibes. What do you want to ask? What's your rate? The screen flickers and a pre-recorded voice yells, Rates? Bro, charge by the vibe. But if you like serious, $7 for a clip, $18 if it's cinematic, and $500 if you want the sauce. What's the sauce? I don't know, but trust me, you'll want it. A dollar's worth of gift dances across the corner. Can I see your portfolio? A new reel loads. It's a visual migraine. Jump cuts slam between Minecraft disasters and slow motion anime stares. Every 5 seconds, a flashing watermark screams, Edit Express forever. 5,700 views on TikTok once. What I also want to try is the rabbit and offer a tester video. They asked if he'd like to try a tester edit. Hoppy's whole face lights up like a laptop left on overnight. Yeah, you mean I get to make something fun with no pressure? I'll put my whole rabbit soul into it. You hand him the clip. He returns it the next day, full of clever cuts, endearing overlays, and just enough chaos to feel alive. Plus 3 value. You should have lost value, but the value this editor brought was actually a positive. You gained a uniquely charming prototype. It's not a pro, but it's got heart. Oh, it's just Edit Express Hub. I think that's a bug. Alright, well, we're going with the rabbit. Best vibes. Haha. Well, let's ask a few things. How do you work with clients? He flips open a notebook. Half the pages are doodles. Usually you send me your footage and I panic until it becomes beautiful. He grins a little too sincerely. I'm working on better systems, but if you give me vibes and timestamps, I can do magic. Just don't ghost me or I'll cry. What's your editing style like? He fidgets, then lights up. I like fast cuts, punchy beats, and emotional oomph. He pulls out a whiteboard and draws 3 smiley faces. One crying, one laughing, one with anime sparkles. Basically, if it makes you feel, I'm in, unless you want boring. I don't do boring. I mean, that's, I guess, YouTube these days. And we'll pick this editor. You give a thumbs up. He gives 2 back. Heck yeah, I'll make it sparkle, or cry, or sparkle while crying. You'll love it. You hand over the folder. He immediately renames it. Whee! And starts downloading. You've chosen Hoppy. Expect vibes, passion, and at least one meme edit buried somewhere unexpected. +5 skill. Flag gained has best editor. Wander on. Alright. I don't know where that went for us. It would be nice that we have some text up here saying what editor we have or something. But I don't know how this works in the game's mechanic. Enter the casting plane. Let's do another balanced effort. Failed to stand out. No gains this time. Okay. Oh, I didn't get any. What do we? Oh, we followed the feet. Let's follow fate. Something is wrong here. It rises from the abyss, slow, deliberate, and absolutely covered in metrics. Stats Kraken slithers into view, its tentacles etched with trend lines and grim retention curves. Each limb tightens around your stats, whispering venom. Your growth is stalling. People only watched 22%. Last week's upload did better. This isn't feedback, is it? I mean, this is the one true experience of YouTube, so this is terrifying. Grit your teeth and engage. Stats Kraken looms in front of you. It twitches, it taunts, it wants your momentum and maybe your watch hours. Hit points are 29. What will you do? Choose your weapon or coping mechanism. Upload attack. Take a step back to think clearer. Do anything other than YouTube. Pretend everything's fine. Ask for help. Post something low effort. Anything at all. Obsessively research instead of acting. Vent about the problem online. Start a new project instead of finishing, or run away from the monster. Let's try an upload attack to start at the beginning. You square up and upload anyway. Bold, brave, possibly algorithmic. Continue fight. You hit. Devastating blow. 20 damage. Yeah, now we're talking. Just upload. Stats Kraken lashes out with a nasty move. You try to edit, but your brain says no. -1 to skill. Yuck. Crawl back to the dashboard. It's only got 9 hit points. But we did lose a skill point. How about we take a step back to think clearer? We can get over the doom of Stats Kraken. You pause for breath, trying to step back and think clearer, or at least drink some water. You've defeated Stats Kraken. They collapse with a dramatic flare, possibly muttering something about algorithms before vanishing into the ether. You feel a rush of triumph, and possibly the caffeine hitting. You gained +5 skill, okay, +5 value, certainly seem clickbait resistant, and +5 quality. You could tastefully color grade a sunrise now. And we're going to stop there. I think we have an idea of what's going on in this game. I am absolutely loving it, and I'm going to play it obsessively, I dare say. I'm hoping the developer is going to continue to expand it, because I think this is possibly something that every YouTuber should have a look at the very least. Let's escape out. Right, so that's the gameplay. If that is all you are here to see, this is going to be a long video, then thank you for watching. Come and play the game. Come and give the devs some love. If you are into YouTube, I would say get a bit more involved, because this looks like an interesting place. However, and I mean, for the sake of YouTube stuff, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, because that boosts the engagement for me and boosts my channel, and it boosts the engagement for you and trains the YouTube algorithms into, showing you more stuff like this, and I'm assuming you like gaming videos, and this is a gaming video, so that would probably be a good thing for you. And yeah, that is the end of that from the gaming side of it. So if you are departing, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. However, the critique section. Okay, well, I mean, first of all, we need to set the context, as we do, bearing in mind that this is a developer that's doing, I guess, kind of a meme game thing. At least that's how I interpret this. I hope I'm interpreting it accurately. And they're sort of saying there's a lot of bugs and it's a self-imposed game jam and all of that kind of stuff. So we don't want to get too much into nitpicking the fine details, because that wouldn't be fair or useful. The UI is the Twine UI. Did I say Twitch earlier? I meant Twine if I did say Twitch. This is Twine. I can't tell the difference between the different Twine types. This could be anything. I don't know if you can tell the difference from outside. Anyway, it is a Twine variant, and quite good implementation of the Twine variant. There are no sounds, unfortunately, no music. That would be nice. I have no idea what kind of music would go with this, or sounds in the background. I mean, that would be something to look at if the developer ever desires to take this game to the next level. But yeah, I don't know. It's not really what it's intended to have anyway. The artwork's not bad. It's just, screen things. I think a lot of work needs to be done on making the text a bit more visible against the backgrounds. In fact, my recommendation would be don't use these backgrounds. Rather have it as a central image on the page. And just have the background be some, whatever the default background is, because that would, make the text easier to read, but still give the player the idea of the kind of the context you're looking at. And also this sparkly firework background. This is way too busy. We don't like that. Actually, I think that's just it's not in the game, is it? Okay, it's not in the game. I mean, either way, I don't like it. No. Wrong button. No, that's messy and it confuses people and they don't like it. Yeah, again, I mean, as a meme display for your Discord server friends, that's fine. It's supposed to be chaotic and fun and nuts. But I mean, if you want to take it a bit more seriously, don't have the fireworks background. Really. So we're talking about the UI is Twine plus. Some good work. Just needs a bit of background changes. The gameplay and the game feeling. I have to admit I'm a little confused as to what's going on, where I'm going, and kind of when you play a game, you have an idea of where the game's going to go, and I don't know where this is going. Possibly because it's a bit community meme-ish. Possibly because there's layers of meaning here that I'm missing. It's just quite possible. I can only assume it actually has a point somewhere along the line. I don't know if there's some kind of ending. Is it just a looping sandbox game? As a player looking for a sort of a more serious game, that would be my concern, is that I have no idea what gameplay experience I'm expecting here. If that is anything. So I mean, a lesson to go through to game devs is decide what gameplay experience you're offering, and then make it at least sufficiently obvious at the beginning of the game what kind of experience the game is presenting to you, and setting that kind of relationship up calms the player a lot. It gets rid of players who are not going to enjoy your game, because you don't want the players who are not going to enjoy your game, unless you're trying to quote unquote scam money out of them. You don't want players who will hate your game, if for no other reason that they're going to go to their friends who might like your game and say this game sucks, and then the friends won't try that game because their friend has said this game sucks. So make sure the player knows to a certain degree what to expect going in. You obviously don't want to give away all the secrets and twists and all of that kind of stuff. But if you've got a player who's expecting a murder mystery and suddenly it becomes a horror action, they're not going to be happy. They might like horror actions, but because it's a bait and switch, they won't like it because they were in the mindset expecting a murder mystery. So yeah, set a contract with the player going in, metaphorically speaking, and stick to it. That's quite important. I don't know what the contract is here. I was actually surprised to see that this was a Twine game based on what I was originally looking at. And the immersion, well, I found this particularly immersive because it's obviously aimed at new YouTubers, and that's particularly meaningful for me. I don't know if it'll mean much to anybody who isn't trying to do something on YouTube. I don't know if it's aimed at anybody who isn't trying to do something on YouTube. So I guess in terms of the immersion, and if the dev wants to bulk this game out a bit, try and give more information as to the context here. Assume that your player doesn't know what's going on YouTube, and at least give a little explanation, a little I don't want to say context. Yeah, a little translation. Here is the joke, and this is why it's a joke and what it means. Something like that. I mean, that would be difficult to do. It would be a lot of complex writing, but yeah, give that a try, and it might make this game accessible to a much wider range of people. But if it's not where it's going, if this is just a meme joke to your fellow Discord fans, then this is a hell of a lot of effort. Really, really well done. And I hope it pleases you that someone outside of the community is actually enjoying it and plans on playing it some more. I've even added it as a link in my bookmarks because I'm going to come back to it. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching this video, and I hope you are all happy and will come and play this and support the dev, who I hope will continue to make more games, because this one is actually really well written, enjoyable, interesting flow, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, so good luck to you all. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.